human anatomy. It's a very important lesson. First, let's discuss the basic concept of anatomy. Human anatomy is the oldest science dealing with the structure and the functions of body. It included systematic anatomy and regional anatomy. We also can divide it into gross anatomy, applied anatomy, and clinical anatomy. Now, let's review the history of human anatomy. First, we introduce Hippocrates. He is the ancient Greek famous doctor and ancestor of anatomy. The second, Galen, a famous ancient Greek physician and anatomist who has a specific description of blood flow and nerve branches, brain, heart, and the other organs. Third, Vesalius. He is the founder of modern anatomy, published the epoch-making anatomical masterpiece, The Structure of Human Body. The structure. Fourth, Havini. He is the anatomist and physiologist who discovered the principle of blood circulation, determined the blood circulates in a closed pipe, and opened up the road of animal experimental research. Now we introduce the development of human anatomy in China. Human anatomy has been recorded in Huangdi's internal classic. In Chinese, we say Huangdi Neijing. In the Song Dynasty, 5 Zangfu organs and the picture of preserving truth describe the knowledge of anatomy. Now we introduce some very famous anatomists or doctors. Wang Qingren. He wrote a more detailed description of anatomical knowledge from 1949 to 2003. The team of anatomists in China grew rapidly, and many sets of anatomical textbooks and the maps with the Chinese characteristics were compiled, which made great contribution to the development of anatomical course in China. Now we introduce the teaching characteristics of human anatomy. The teaching content listed in the syllabus can be divided into 2 levels according to the different degree of requirement. First, mastering the content, and the second, understanding the content. Mastering the content is the key content. Students must learn and think repeatedly to achieve the degree of firm mastery, skilled description, accurate identification, and practical application. To understand the content, students are required to have a general understanding. So it's 2 different levels. Now it's the descriptive anatomic terms. The body is upright, legs together, and direct forward. The palms are turned forward with the thumbs laterally. Now we introduce the term of the direction. Superior and inferior, superficial and profound, anterior, or we say ventral. The other concept is posterior and dorsal. There's another concept. This is proximal, this is the distal. In another word, this is ulnar, the other is radial. This is medial, and this is lateral. In leg, you see tibial, and fibula. I say internal, external. This is the term of the direction. Another very important concept is the anatomical axis and the planes. Axes include three kinds of axes: vertical and sagittal axis, and coronal axis. For the consent of plane, we can say sagittal plane, coronal plane. The third, horizontal plane or transverse plane. That's the lesson all. Thank you.